Inspiration. Either you have it or you don't. Do you have it? We're going to find out today. I'm chewing this. Lunchtime tips with the Dungeon Master on Polyhedral Paradise. Good afternoon and welcome to Polyhedral Paradise's segment Chew on This, Lunchtime with the Dungeon Master, where I bring you a quick D&D tip on my lunch break. If you're new to the channel here and you like the content, please like, maybe subscribe, and share it out to your friends. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down and tell me why in the comment section. Whatever you want to do, it's your time. Stick around to the end of the video for more details on our giveaway at 100 subscribers. Now in today's Chew on This, we're going to talk about inspiration, and I'm going to tell you why I never use it. Now, I'm not talking about inspiration as in being inspired. I'm talking about the game mechanics inspiration found in the player's handbook on page 125. Now, inspiration is one of those blink and you may have missed it things in the player's handbook. So I'm going to read directly from page 125 to give you an idea of how it is, rules as written. Inspiration is a rule the Dungeon Master can use to reward you for playing your character in a way that is true to his or her personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws. By using inspiration, you can draw on your personality trait of compassion for the downtrodden to give you an edge in negotiating with the Bugbear Prince, or inspiration can let you call on your bond to the defense of your home village to push past the effect of a spell that has been laid on you. Gaining inspiration. Your DM can choose to give you inspiration for a variety of reasons. Typically, DMs reward it when you play out your personality traits, give in to the drawbacks presented by a flaw or a bond, or otherwise portray your character in a compelling way. Your DM will tell you how you can earn inspiration in the game. You either have inspiration or you don't. You can't stock multiple inspirations for later use. That's a pretty important feature. Just keep that in mind. Using inspiration. If you have inspiration, you can expend it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. Spending your inspiration gives you an advantage on that roll. Additionally, if you have inspiration, you can reward another player for good role-playing, clever thinking, or simply doing something exciting in the game. When another player character does something that really contributes to the story and in a fun and interesting way, you can give your inspiration up to that character, and then they gain that inspiration. Now here's where I want to get into the crunch. Now in the interest of time, since it's supposed to be a short video, I'm only going to get into one of the reasons I don't use this. My thoughts on this are wide and they're varied, and I'm opinionated on it, but we're not going to have time to get into them all here. If you want to continue the conversation, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll figure out a way to do so. So while on the surface this seems like it would be a benefit to people, it's going to be something that helps them, I actually think it does more to punish the person who is not comfortable with role-playing and who is not completely in character 100% of the time. And I want to focus in on this sentence right here. If you have inspiration, you can reward another player for good role-playing, clever thinking, or simply doing something exciting in the game. When another player character does something that really contributes to the story in a fun and interesting way, you can give up your inspiration to that character and he will have inspiration. My line of thinking is, what happens if you have 3 experienced players at the table and 2 unexperienced players? Those 3 players that are experienced and they know how to run their character and they know how to role play great, they're going to spend a lot of time monopolizing conversations, monopolizing situations, and really vying for that inspiration, while you have the 2 people who are sitting there sort of get marginalized and pushed to the back because they don't understand the nuances of role-playing yet. And it's actually one of the only times that you are giving a mechanical benefit to a player based on how they perform at the table versus how the die rolls shake out. I mean, we're not supposed to penalize somebody at the table who can't get their point across real well if their intelligence score is high. They may not be the most eloquent speaker, but if the die roll says that they influence the person, then they influence the person. And same with strength checks. We don't actually make people get up and swing and see how hard they hit. We allow the die to determine that. So in this case with inspiration, you actually have to perform well at the table to get inspiration. Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong if you use inspiration at your gaming table. Far be it from me. Whatever you want to do is fine, and it's in the book, and it's not even really listed as an optional rule. But for me, I avoid it like the plague. It just leads to too many situations that I don't want to have to deal with at the table. So those are just my quick thoughts on inspiration. What do you guys think? Have you used it? Have you not used it? Have you never heard of it? Just leave a comment in the comment section down below, and we can continue the conversation. If you want to hear more of my thoughts about it, contact me. Maybe pop over to the Discord. We can have a chat about it. So now on to the giveaway stuff. We are at 54 subscribers, more than halfway to our 100 goal, and I thank you guys so much. So as a thank you, I'll be finishing up the dice tray this weekend, and I'll have pictures of it posted. Once we hit 100, we're going to be giving that puppy away. More details on how to win it coming up. So that's been Chew on This. Thank you guys again so much. And as I like to say, in the game of life, may you always roll with advantage. And I'll check you guys in the next video.